Good morning, class. How are you all? What about your parents and siblings? Are they all right? Yes. Today, are you all excited to learn a new concept today? Yes. Okay. Is everyone present today? Yes. Okay, everyone is present today. Yes. So, what did we learn last class, Athira? Yes, good. We learned about periodic table and we also learned about the history of the classification of periodic table. So, first of all, let me show a picture. Who is the scientist? Identify him. Grishma. Yes, it is Lavoisier. So, what did he do? He actually classified the elements into both metals and non-metals. And of course, there was a limitation, right? Yes, what was the limitation? He couldn't classify it as metalloids. Yes, that was a limitation. Now, let's look on to the second classification. Who is the scientist? Gopika? Yes, he is Dobereiner. Okay, what did he do? He actually formed a small group of 3 elements. Okay, and it was known as what? Triads. Right, correct. Okay, that was the second classification. What was the next classification? We'll learn about it today. So, who is this? Gayatri, can you say? Yes, it is Newlands. Correct. Yes. So today we are going to learn about the classification by Newlands. So before that, I just want to ask one thing. What does actually 8 stands for? We told 3 is for tri, and what is 8 stands for? Gayatri? Yes, it is octa. So Newlands, he came up with the classification of elements known as law of octaves. Seeing this octa, you will be thinking that it is something related to 8, right? Yes, you are right. It was, and the history is like this. In 1866, what did Newland do? He classified the known 56 elements. At that time, 56 elements were only known. And now, how many elements are known? Adira, can you tell me? Yes, correct. It is 118 elements. Okay. He classified 56 elements as a increasing order of what? Atomic mass. And Gayatri, can you tell me what atomic mass is? Yes, it is a mass of 1 by 12th carbon atom. Okay. It is expressed as the multiples. Yes, you are correct. Very good. So, he came up with the law of octaves and he found that, what did he found? He found that every first element shows resemblance with the 8th element. Okay, what is it? Every first element shows resemblance with the 8th element. Okay, so we'll be looking on to some of the examples, and if we are taking lithium into consideration, what is the 8th element after lithium? Grishma? Yes, it is sodium. Yes, and after sodium, what is the 8th element? Yes, it is potassium. So we'll group it as 1. So, okay, lithium, sodium, potassium. It will be showing the similar properties. And next, if we are taking beryllium into consideration, what will be the 8th element after beryllium? Gopika? Yes, it is magnesium. And after magnesium, calcium. Yes, you are right. Yes, yes. So, we have got a second group also. So, I just want you guys to do the rest of the elements like boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and you down the elements which show resemblance with it. Okay. So, and the scientist Newland, he actually compared it with the 7 note of music. The property, he actually compared it with the 7 note of music. Which is that 7 notes of music? Sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. Yes. The first sa is repeated at the 8th position. That is what he meant. And you might be thinking, he is a foreigner, right? He won't be knowing what Sarigamapa is. So, are you all interested in hearing a song which was taught by one of my teachers? Yes, okay. So, it is like this. Do, a deer, a female deer, Re, a drop of golden sun, me, a name, I call myself, far along a way to run. So, a needle pulling thread, la, a knot to follow so, T, a drink with jam and bread that will bring us back to do, oh, 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 do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. Isn't it interesting? Are you all happy? Yes. So I think you have understood what I have taught you today. So we'll meet in the next class with the next classification. And thank you.
Okay, okay, Anzy. Now we are coming to some more clear explanation about the stimulus variation. Your class was really good and you delivered the content very nicely. But just I'm adding some more points, what all things we have to take care in this particular skill of stimulus variation. So as there are various factors we have to take care when we are attending the students, because we are handling the students for 40 minutes and we do not want our student to be bored in our class. With our variations of stimulus, various stimulus which we are using, we can make our class more interesting. So I'm just giving you some techniques for that. One thing is stimulus variation in one aspect is our sound. The intensity of the sound we have to be cared for giving clear explanation. We have to keep a particular tone of sound. You have to give stress when you are giving to some concepts. So by varying the intensity of the sound, continuity, brightness, clarity, all that, decreasing effect, increasing effect, all these are the different techniques of using the intensity of sound in the class, and that really make the student more interesting to in your class. Another one is the contrast that we are making, that is you can compare different things around you to make the attention more concentrated on you, either by some activities or by giving some other games or something like that. And the other one is you can make use of audiovisual aids to attract the attention of the students, but we have to make use it very clearly and meaningful. That is, it must be somewhat relating to the content which we are really delivering. Another thing is the personal character of the teacher, whether the teacher is energetic, really expressive, that's enthusiastic, all that really make the class more attentive. About the teacher's movement, the teacher has to, it's not a must that teacher has to continuously move the location, but it is good that teacher have to move. Teacher have to move. At least the teacher have to move to the blackboard. Teacher has to, we're doing some activities or we're explaining something. Teacher have to have some more. But the thing is, it must be within the eyesight of the students. The movement of the teacher must be very clearly visible to the student. And that in another way that each of your movement have to decrease the distance of you with the student. That's important. The other one is about the teacher's gestures. Gestures, that is very important, that what type of gestures you have to use in the class by movement your head, hand or other parts. Never try to do anything in the class which can distract the students, but you can always make the student focused through our gestures. For example, when we are doing some calculations or some measurements or something like that, you can show something to the student with your fingers, like little, big, like that. Or while talking with the students, also nodding heads, smiling, all that. Then your eyebrows can talk, your smile can talk, okay, some sound mimics or something like that, your anger, or even clapping hands, all that gives some gestures which really makes the student very interesting in the class. So the other one is we have to much care about the speaking patterns, that is especially the pose. I mentioned that there is space of student and space of teacher. That is, before asking the student a question, you have to give a pause that the student might get some minute time to think about himself. So in that way, it must be. Pause is very important. And whenever you feel that some of your methodology is finding very bored, you have to change it. The strategy or the methodology, the way you are doing the activity, all that. And if you feel that questioning is not working, you have to have some other high order or low order questions to make the student more focused in your class. So all these are some of the things we have to take care to make the class more effective. If we are not caring much about our gestures or our stimulus, then it will not give that much, expected outcome from the student. So above all, the student have to feel that teacher is here to teach me, but at the same time, I am really responsible for my learning. And we have to give maximum chance to use all the sensory modes of the students in our class. So taking care of all these things, we can make use of our skill of stimulation. Thank you.